Hi. Have you ever seen like those pictures of when people lose weight, or doctors or nutritionists are trying to get you to understand the extra weight that you're carrying around, and how heavy it is, and how it can just hold you down and hold you back, and keep you from doing the things in life that you should be doing. Like they'll show like 20 pounds of weight and like what that actually looks like. And or when I've had a baby shower that now men and women are celebrated, and I've put I had one for my brother and his wife at the time, and in the backpack I put all the weight that his wife had gained during pregnancy. And so during the whole baby shower, he had to carry around that backpack with that extra weight in it, so that he could understand what it was like for her to be not only carrying her own weight, but also the weight of her child around. And so this morning, God started talking to me about all of the extra emotional weight that we're carrying. We always hear, oh, you don't want nothing to do with that person, they come with a lot of baggage. Well, let's be real, we all have baggage. We all have things in our life that we bring with us into the next chapter of our lives. But God does not want that. Spiritually, you can't walk in the freedom that He has for you if you continue to carry all of that weight of your past with you, all of your past hurt. And so I really started thinking about that, and I love that He gives me like a visual, because I am a total visual learner. Like, I have to be hands-on. I really have to be able to learn that way. I can't just have someone say, do this, and I know nothing about it, and then walk away and leave me all alone. I'll fail every time. So I love that God speaks to me in a way that I can actually understand what He's trying to say to me. And so as I was like, okay, well, yes, I mean, this is so true. We're carrying around so much weight from the past, and it is stopping us from going to the future that God has for us, which is walking in freedom and walking so much lighter, because, for instance, I had to have a hysterectomy in 2020. And prior to that hysterectomy, I was miserable. Like, my quality of life was zero. And I still worked. I still did all of the things that I do now, but I was doing that in misery. I was walking around with things on the inside of me that were unhealthy. And so they were causing a lot of physical pain for me, which then went into emotional pain. And I just, all the way around, I was just fatigued and tired and sick all the time. And it caused me to pack on weight, especially in my middle section. And come to find out, of course, I believe in total healing. And so we were praying and praying so that I would not have to have this surgery. The insurance company was being ridiculous about it. I had to have a pre-op and all this stuff, a lot of money wrapped up in it. And after I had my hysterectomy, I remember them telling me that I was going to be in a lot of pain. And that I needed to take it slow, because I'm definitely known not to do that. And so I remember going home, and they wanted me to get like a prescription filled, but I don't like to take medicine that makes me not be able to control myself. I've been there, done that. I have an addictive personality, and I don't want a part of that. And so I said, no, it's fine. I'll just take ibuprofen or Tylenol. And they're like, no, I'm telling you, you want to get ahead of this pain and this and that. And I just believed that God, because I had to have that surgery, that God was going to take care of me. And so after the surgery and everything, people kept asking me, are you in pain? Are you tired? I was tired. I was fatigued, but not in the same way that I was before. And I surely was not in any pain. Once they got those dead things out of me, and once they got in there, they found out that it was like blocking my bladder, so it was causing all kinds of issues that we didn't even know about. I was living through those issues, but the doctors really didn't know what was going on until they got in there and did the surgery. And so this whole time I was walking around in misery. But as soon as they took those things, those dead things out of me that were no longer serving their purpose, I was able to move forward and have the best quality of life. I lost like 30 some pounds after that hysterectomy. People were literally like, oh my gosh, what did you do to lose weight? I had a hysterectomy. That is honestly what I did. They took those organs out that I no longer needed, that were dead, that were causing so many of my other organs not to function properly, that the weight just fell off because my quality of life improved. And so the reason why I'm sharing this with you today is because God wants your quality of life to improve. He does not want you to carry the past hurts from your childhood, from your previous marriage, from a previous relationship. Maybe you're holding something against yourself of something you did wrong with your children. I don't know what it is today, but I know that when I stop and think about it, there's probably things that I'm holding on to from my past that I either won't forgive myself for, or maybe hopefully I've forgiven others, but I'm going to soul search to make sure, because I want to be right with God. I want to forgive others so God can forgive me. I want to walk in the freedom that He has for my life. So just thinking about it, I know I probably have things from my past that I'm carrying with me from 10, 15, 20, 30, even maybe my whole life, and I don't even know that I'm carrying these things. And so that's why I know God gave me the healing from the inside out, because we have to start from within, and we have to get to the root of the reason why we are the way that we are, why we keep shutting down when certain things come up against us, why we will not open our mouths in certain rooms because we're still carrying in something that someone said we weren't good enough from years ago. You are good enough today. God has called you, and sometimes things end, okay? And it does not have to be a negative thing, but you cannot make other people see that. You cannot. And I am speaking straight to my own heart today. When God ends something, let Him end it. Quit going backwards and trying to restart it or try to keep it going, because it has ended. He has closed that door for a reason, and we may never understand why, but I am praying that we will know why. And through it all, God will get every ounce of glory for it, because it is His. It is His. When I gave my life to Jesus Christ, I gave my life to Jesus Christ. I no longer live to satisfy myself or other people. I want to be completely 100% sold out to Him in the kingdom. And through the process of that, we get to go through amazing things. We get to meet amazing people. We get to pour into people's lives. They pour into ours. But when God closes that door, don't make all of those things, all of those beautiful, godly things that changed your life, all the miracles, all the healings, all the things that you were a part of. Don't let people take that away from you. That was from God. All of those things were for the glory of God, and nobody can take that away. No one can say that didn't happen, or that somebody's in the wrong. Nobody's in the wrong. Sometimes God closes doors. He closes doors because He has trained us up. He's raising an army. He's raising an army of disciples that can go out there and preach the gospel and reach people in a way that nobody else can reach them. And if you're being trained up, then one day your journey might end where you're at. And you're going to have to learn to be okay with that. You're going to have to learn that people aren't going to go with you, and that for whatever reason, not godly reasons, people are going to cut you off. But that's okay. God's taking you somewhere. Go with Him. Always follow Him. Go with God, and He will open the door, and He will heal your heart eventually, I promise. And He will heal my heart eventually. He'll show me that this was all for His glory. Everything that we go through, we can grow through. He will make purpose out of our pain if we let Him. We can either choose to just stay in the past and carry all of that dead weight with us and never let it get out of the way, so that we can truly walk into that new quality of life and that new purpose that God has for us. We can choose to stay back there and be like living in the past and, the good old days. That's something that people get stuck in all the time. They get stuck in the good old days. They get stuck in the past, and they never, ever walk into that future that God has for them. Don't get stuck today. Let's dig into what we're carrying that we no longer need to be carrying, so that we can walk into the true freedom that Christ has for us. Cut off that dead weight. Get those dead things off of your life. But it takes a lot of looking in the mirror. It takes a lot of soul searching. It takes a lot of digging up some feelings that just you don't really want to face again. Well, let's let's just encourage each other today that we don't have to face those things alone. We get to face them with God. And that's what we need to do. We need to go and we need to dig up those things, and this time we need to take God with us and let him truly heal us and deliver us from our past so that we can walk into the future and the freedom that Christ has for us. God bless you today. Be encouraged. You are loved. You are needed. Your story is not over.